Where did the name Hollywood come from? Who thought of it? Let's go back in time. Around 1870, the city of Los Angeles was very small and the population was only about 5,000 people. The area that is known as Hollywood today was all farmland. In the next 30 years, by 1900, there was a lot of growth and the population of Los Angeles went from 5,000 to pretty close to like 100,000 people. Around 1887, there was a real estate tycoon in Los Angeles. His name was Harvey Henderson Wilcox. Harvey was developing farmland into housing developments. His wife's name was Daida. And so the story goes, one day, while Daida was traveling by train on the east coast of America, she met a lady who had a house in Ohio. They became friends and got talking. The lady told Daida that she was from Ohio and that she had a nice house there and that the name of her home was Hollywood. Now Daida really liked that name. So back in Los Angeles, Daida and her husband Harvey put up a really big sign up on the hillside, and the sign read, Hollywood Land, Hollywood Land. It was a real estate sign. But wait, there is more to this story. After all, this is Hollywood. There is a second version to this story. Legend has it that it was not the stranger who met Daida on the train, but that she had a friend who lived in Holly Canyon in Illinois. And that's where the name Hollywood came from. Now, is this the real story? Hang on. There was another real estate tycoon at that time, H.J. Whitley. Whitley bought 500 acres in Hollywood. And Whitley's version as to where the name Hollywood came from is written in his diary. So one day, Whitley was standing in Hollywood, all farmland and mountains and very beautiful, and thinking, oh my God, this is so beautiful. What do I name this place? And then a man came by with wood in his wagon. And Whitley asked the man, so Whitley and the man got talking. And Whitley asked the man what he was doing. English was not the first language of this guy. So the man said, hauling wood. The man said, hauling wood. And Whitley heard, hauling wood. So Whitley thought, Hollywood? Huh, that's a beautiful name. And the rest is history. Do you think that is the end of the story? Wait, there is an Irish connection. Legend has it that the name Hollywood actually came from Ireland. There is actually a village in Ireland since the early 1200s called Hollywood. It has a population of about 100 people. That an Irishman, Matthew Girk, moved from that village, namely Hollywood, Ireland, to America in 1850. He eventually settled in the farmlands around Los Angeles, and he built a farm there and called it Hollywood. So now you have it. That's how the name Hollywood came about. You can choose what to believe. But just think, whether it was a stranger on a train, or a man hauling wood, or a friend that lived in Holly Canyon, or an Irish farmer, someone at some point in time said the words Hollywood. It sparked a name, and the rest is history. Today, the Hollywood sign is one of the most photographed signs in the world. And just think of the spin-offs that came of that Hollywood name, like Bollywood and Lollywood and Nollywood, which is the Nigerian film industry, I think. So I ask, what's in a name? Nothing. It's a bunch of letters put together. And I ask again, what is in a name? It's everything. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Nomad Rides. The subscribe button is at the bottom right of each video. Like us, ring the bell, subscribe. It goes a long way to help us create more content.